Great pass. What a catch!
My goodness.
What an amazing catch from Vicky McFarlane.
Highlight reel. Never say yes to the jest. That was fantastic. Sarasota can make it a push for home. Misses 400 herself. 13 strikeouts for Gabby Snyder and one of the best pitching performances we've seen this season. One and a fantastic grab by Emma Burridge. She climbs the ladder and breaks it down. Atkins grounds this up the middle. That's going to score a run. Bruins score two. Deep to left field. This is back, and this one is gone. It's magic from Maslin.
Good afternoon and welcome to softball headquarters. We're here at West Beach. James Harris and Lee Hull joining me for the big clash today between the Walkerville Cats and the West Torrens Eagles. Welcome, Lee.
Thank you, James. Good afternoon, everyone. Although there is some bad weather on the way, so we've been advised by our astute producer of the Spacequake, who knows a bit about the weather. But I'm thinking this game will get fairly deep into the game.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how far we get in before the first drops of rain. There is a thick band coming, so we'll keep an update on that throughout the game. So we're undercover, we're safe undercover, well, hopefully safe anyway. So
I like
we don't have the monitors for any replay, so hopefully you'll be able to still catch all the action, and that's special thanks to Softball SA and Spacequake Sports. Now, Lee, interesting clash today, Walkerville versus West Torrens. West Torrens are sitting second on the ladder, 2 games behind Port Adelaide, who are sitting pretty on top, and Walkerville in 4th place. Now, you'd probably suggest that West Torrens Eagles would be at full strength today, minus Emma Burridge. They'll miss Emma, as they have throughout the majority of this season, but she had a blinder on Wednesday night, but other than that, full strength. And Walkerville looking pretty comfortable in the 4, but still fighting to stay in touch with the top 3.
Yes, I think it'll be a crack of a game, James, as they always are, the Eagles and the Cats. I'm just a bit concerned about the Eagles' form the last couple of outings. They got beaten by Glenelg and gave up 8 safe hits in that game, and then got beaten again by Port Adelaide, which is no disgrace, because the previous time they played Port, they won by 1 run. So will we see the real West Torrens today in this game?
Yeah, possibly. They've got a very strong lineup. Travelodge Aussie Spirit representative Jordan Lambert will get things started for the Eagles, and she's a bit of a barometer for the team. She's a leader on the field as well as with the bat. She's a key player for mine, as well as, their whole entire lineup's very strong. Picard, Kaysler Hoyle, Alan Nucky, Scott Borovnik. That just doesn't die, does it?
No, it doesn't.
The West Torrens lineup. So when they're firing, they're always going to be tough to beat. On the other hand, you've got Walkerville and their American import pitcher, Jessie Dresswick, who has been pretty solid for the Cats. She's settled in now, so hopefully for the Cats, she'll be in top form for this big clash today. Now, recent results, you just mentioned it, West Torrens are coming off 2 losses. They didn't lose a game in the second half of last season until the grand final.
That's right,
and it was against this team, the Walkerville Cats. And then all of a sudden they've dropped 2, and so they've just dropped back to the pack a little, but they are clear in 2nd place. All right, we're about to get underway here. Walkerville Cats, West Torrens Eagles. We're on Spacequake Sports, thanks to Statewide Super and MC Sportswear. Dressick gets that one in the zone, and Sophie King at second base will fire it across. Interesting, Jordan Lambert's gone after the first pitch, so as a lead-off hitter, she's gone deep in the count regularly, and she's put the opposition pitcher to the task straight away. But on this occasion, she's grounded out for the first out.
And that's unfortunate for the Eagles because, as you mentioned, James, Jordan is the barometer for the Eagles. She gets on base, she steals bases like it's Christmas. Well, it nearly is.
Faith Picard, we'll see a couple of pitches after that first out was made on 1 pitch.
I'll just go around the umpires for the day, James. It's on plate Kevin Tannenbring, first base Michael Bendall, and at third base, it's Steve Wallace-Yarrow.
As Picard fouls that one off. And Lee, full credit to the ground staff here at West Beach Parks and Diamond Sports, because we lost some game time during the week, so we didn't play Wednesday night. We were backing it up on Thursday for our contingency day, so we were able to complete some games midweek. But have a look at the field. There is not a wet spot out there on the dirt, and we took a lot of rain all week, so so well done to the grounds crew here.
Yeah, that's 100% correct, and the ground is in pristine condition.
Sophie King in the action again, and Faith Picard will beat that one out. Great backup from Chelsea Robinson. Picard's in a bit of trouble and she has to take off for a second. She's tagged out, going for the extra base. Now, Lee, you're about to point it out. Terrific backup from Travelodge Aussie Spirit squad member Chelsea Robinson.
Well, that's how you make an out from nothing, because that's what it was. She was going to be safe. The throw was high. Chelsea Robinson was in the perfect backup position. And you learn that by experience and by playing many times at the highest level.
Well, Sophie King was the MC Sportswear Player of the Game in the grand final last year. Lana Kaiser, now part of the SA Stars, fouls off the first pitch. So Sophie King, Player of the grand final, but she's been in the outfield majority of the season. So with the addition of Steph Collett at shortstop, Desi Giamorelis playing at second, Sophie King went out and has played a little bit of outfield this year. So maybe one of her first chances as an infielder this season.
Yes, and it's because Desi was unavailable for today's game. But very competent second base player, Sophie, same as at shortstop and in the outfield.
1-1 the count now on Lana Kaiser. Fouls this one off again, and so Dresic really applying the pressure on the West Torrens batters by just firing that ball consistently into the strike zone. High strike count early in the game.
Yeah, and that's the thing you've got to adopt. When you're the pitcher, use your field. Get them to hit ground balls to your field. You've got some excellent fielders there. Take advantage of that situation.
Low and a ball, so Kaiser patiently watching a low one to even up the count at 2-2.
Yes, umpire Tenebring had his arms moving then, just nearly going to say a strike, but no, it was the ball.
Hopefully we get a chance to go around the field and the Cats defence, so we'll see what happens on this pitch. It'll be payoff pitch for Kaiser, full count. And positive for the Eagles to go deep in the count with one of their batters. That one is in there for a strike. Kaiser not happy, and Dresic brings up her first strikeout for the game, and the Eagles go down in order 1, 2, 3.
Well, I'm surprised with that, because I was envisaging Jordan getting on like she normally does, and followed in by Faith. Well, we saw how Faith got put out then, victim of circumstances, but caught in no man's land, and the great play from Chelsea Robinson catching.
Yeah, the backup from Robinson key in that inning. Faith just got a little bit ahead of herself there, not expecting the backup, and she was caught short and in a lot of trouble as soon as she realised that the backup was there. Now, we will take a chance to go around the Eagles defence. Lee, thank you very much.
Okay, so on the lines, the liners. At first base, Kelsey Nucky. Third base is Lana Kaiser. The pivots are Sophie Hoyle at second and Jordan Lambert at short. The battery is Maddie Scott to Carly Allen. And the outfield from left to right, Brodie Borovnik, Alicia Marching and Faith Picard.
Thanks, Lee. It's a pretty good defence when you have a look. You know, it's an all-star infield. We talk about how good their infield is very often, and if you can make it any better, you know, you add Sophie Hoyle to that group, and she's a star. So she is new to the Eagles this season, but surely Emma Burridge can walk into this side anytime she pleases.
And you've got Faith Picard also, who's a very good second base player.
Ready to come in. Now, just plenty to talk about, Lee, and I will make mention of it just quickly. Huge news out of Softball Australia early in the week. Of course, the recent naming rights sponsor of the Aussie Spirit, the Travelodge Aussie Spirit. So great to have a partnership on board for these girls playing at the top level. They do have to pay for their privilege to represent their state and their country. So it's excellent and very important for these girls to have a partnership. The Stars will be looking for a partner as well. So if anyone's out there and wants to support the South Australian State Women's Team, they can.
Yes, and the Travelodge is a very well respected company in this neck of the woods in Australia.
Another huge announcement, we'll get to that in a moment. Karen Dale to lead things off for the Walkerville Cats. Seen a couple of pictures already.
And she's a marvel, Karen Dale, isn't she? 800 senior games, and here she is leading off one of the strongest teams in this competition. Says it all. Well,
your coaches are always looking to having a great lead-off and a good experienced player. Karen Dale pops up to centre field Alicia Marchenk on this occasion for the first out. And so she goes down on a fly to centre field. However, I was just saying that each coach would be looking to their lead-off to get the team off to a good start. And there's plenty of reasons why Karen would be at the top. Experience, one of them, but a good batting average and on-base average to back that up as well. Collett goes after this first one and grounds out to Lana Kayser at third base. Has time to pump it a couple of times. Lee, a little bit of TV time for Kayser there.
Yes, interesting. Steph Collett come up the order here, and she's replaced Hayley Benaithen, who's gone down to batting position number 4. So there's a change in the Cats lineup from the usual.
Well, Sophie King named in the Stars lineup for 2019 is in the 3 position, and she was batting 1 or 2 for the Cats in the past season. So plenty of options for Coach Tomlinson up the top of the order. Add in Steph Collett to that, so she's got some good experience with state junior team. She played a year with the Stars and 2 years in the college system in the States.
Yeah, and I think they're looking at Kingy in the outfield for the Stars, hence why she's been playing there at right field up until today.
Well, Maddie Scott going to work with 2 out on Sophie King, and she shows bunt, but as a lot of the players do, they show bunt, but they come back and swing, half swing, controlled swing. I don't know. That's perhaps to reduce the number of strikeouts. But I'd back these batters any day to not change their stance, maybe change their grip a little bit, but a bit too much movement for me.
Yes, yeah. It's no, very good player, very experienced player, Sophie. Seen her win a grand final with a great shot down the left field line a few years ago. Like that.
Yeah, well, she's got a good piece of that one, and it's in foul territory. But notice the West Torrens outfield are very aggressive here on Sophie King. They don't want it to drop short because, you know, she's likely to drop one into the gap. Otherwise, you don't want it to get past the outfield because she's got some wheels on her, that's for sure, and she'll take extra bases if she gets in the gap.
Certainly will.
Just staying alive in the count here, Soph. She's seen a few pitches, fouled off probably about 3 in a row now, and just shows the talent that she has at fouling off a couple of pitches until she sees the one that she likes.
Yeah, I'm impressed with the West Torrens outfield. Play aggressive. That's the name of the game. Make something happen.
That one coming in a little bit quicker, but she's let it go a little early, and it's gone short. Carly Allen just missing that one as it bounces around about the plate. So 2-2 the count. King leaves that one alone, a high pitch, and will go to a full count.
Yeah, when you're pitching, when you're a young pitcher pitching against an experienced player like Sophie, you always tend to pitch them very carefully because you know what the end result will be if you put one over.
Well, a bit of confusion on what the count was, and Sophie King actually had ball 4 on that pitch, so maybe the catcher might have called something different if the umpire hadn't called 2 balls and 2 strikes the pitch before.
Well, exactly right, James, exactly right. So it all counts.
So King aboard and Hayley Benithan up to bat. Now, Hayley, affectionately known by the Softball SA staff as Muscles, because the kid's got a great heart and she helps out around the place as well. She's an excellent volunteer and there's never a task too big for her. So a good little nickname as she pops this one just over the head of Maddie Scott. She's going to beat this one out. Infield single to Hayley Benithan, even with the Travelodge Aussie Spirit player Jordan Lambert fielding that ball, mopping it up. It was a tough one to get. But she managed to get across there, field it cleanly and fire one across, but not in time. The speedy Benithan is in the speed program that we have here at Softball SA, and she was able to beat that one out. There was no play at second as King was going to arrive safely. So a little chinker for Benithan, and that's going to count every time.
Yes, and danger for the Eagles here because it's the catcher for the Cats, Chelsea Robinson. We know how hard she can hit the ball.
Well, Travelodge Aussie Spirit squad member Chelsea Robinson was in the play early in the game with that backup and made something out of nothing for the Cats. Let's see if she can add to the batting lineup.
And for Chelsea's batting, the outfield for West Torrens have gone back rather deep.
Yeah, she's been on plenty of tours with the Travelodge Aussie Spirit as well. She was a bullpen catcher for the Spirit at the World Championships. She was at the USA MPF tour as well throughout the year, and she toured Japan last year as well with the squad team, and of course the Australia Pacific Cup earlier in this year as well. So she's getting plenty of experience with the Travelodge Aussie Spirit as she takes a 4-ball walk, I think that was, Lee. Didn't even get a strike on her. So loaded bases and catcher speed up rule as Steph Collett takes her place at first base, and with what we thought was a 2-2 count with 2 out has turned into loaded bases just like that.
Yeah, the bases are bulging, and now we have the designated player, Sophie Roberts. Good to see her back in the lineup.
So I had a good update on Sophie. She injured her ankle playing cricket. She's a fast bowler in the women's league and in the state team, and just did some ligament damage. It was swollen up and it was badly bruised, and she was on crutches, and so it is good to see her back. So doing a little bit of DP work as she gets back into the swing of things, fouling that one off. So good to see her return because she's going to play an important part with the state under-19 team in January.
Certainly
and
will.
The SA tilt at another under-19 championship. And her 19's teammate here, Maddie Scott, is pitching, and Sophie Roberts smashes this one to the fence. One bounce and into the statewide super sign is going to clear the bases. The throw goes home, but not in time. 3-run score on a Sophie Roberts double.
Well, fantastic for the young player Roberts, wasn't it? It looked to me as if it either bounced once or hit the fence low down on the full. It was a massive shot.
Huge shot from Roberts into the statewide super sign, and she'll be very happy with that one.
I wonder whether she bats at cricket as well, James. That'll be interesting to find that out.
She'll be an all-rounder for sure.
She certainly hit that hard.
Well, Sophie Roberts just smashed that one, and one bounce into the fence or hit maybe the bottom of the fence on the full. Has she tagged up at first is the question. It's an interesting call. No. So the question was asked if the runner hit first base or not. And
yeah, that's what it was, yeah. Because they pointed, when you ask that question, you have to point to the actual runner and say, that runner, we only have one out there. But so obviously instructions from the bench.
Well, we don't have the replay to go off, but would have been an interesting one. Now, also interesting is Michaela Robinson up the lineup, and this one goes up the middle and in between the pitcher, in between the shortstop and to centre field. Sophie Roberts scores from second base. Michaela Robinson, an RBI single. That's 4 runs for the Cats.
Different complexion come over the game very quickly, hasn't it? 4 big ones. Coach Scott's out. Have a word with his young protege, his daughter Maddie, and others.
Wow, this is unreal, isn't
Not
it?
in the script, James.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
in the script, you wouldn't think.
No, well, we thought it was going to be a tight game the entire time because these two teams don't give up a lot of runs, and you know, although West Torrens has got a very strong lineup, so has Walkerville Cats. I mean, Michaela Robinson batting at 7. I was just about to say that she actually would normally see her in the 9 spot, and on this occasion she's moved up a couple of spots, and she's come up with the RBI single.
Well, that's 2 changes in the positioning. Hayley Benatham batting at 4 and Michaela batting at 7, as you pointed out, and got results from both. Now it's Ash Merkin, who's been impressive playing at third base for the Cats this year.
Yeah, new player to the Cats this season and holding down her spot at third base. Goes after this first pitch. It's a chop at a shortstop. Could she beat this out? This one gets away from first base Kelsey Nucky. Lambert's throw is just a little wide, and a bit of trouble for the Eagles, Lee. A wild throw to go along with a couple of hits and a couple of walks, and what looked like could be a quick inning.
It's been
for
a
both teams.
licorice all sort of innings, hasn't it? It's been a mix of everything.
Yeah, we've seen 2 walks, an infield single.
Haven't seen a K2 though.
Massive shot to the outfield from Sophie Roberts, the 3-run shot, the key at bat for this inning so far. And now we go to the 9-hitter, Erin Reid, fouling this one off. And gee, West Torrens, the Eagles will be looking for a cheap out here. And a strikeout. Erin Reid probably thought that one's coming in a little low, but Tannebring believes that it caught the bottom of the zone, as did the West Torrens catcher Carly Allen, because she was up and out of there quick smart. So 4 runs.
Yeah. But I think with runners, 2 runners in anything close. But they'll take the 4 in the bank any case. So no, what a perfect day to be playing now it is. This weather. Where is this weather, James?
Yeah, cool weather, and there doesn't seem to be any breeze around. Could it be the calm before the storm, because there's a thick band coming through, as we mentioned at the top of the show, and these players will be hoping that it holds off. We mentioned the Travelodge Aussie Spirit announcement earlier in the week, but the other news from Softball Australia during the week is the new era of softball is coming. Fox Sports, in partnership with Softball Australia, have announced primetime softball at the beginning of February. After the completion of the Asia Pacific Cup, there will be the Summer Slam of softball, and that is set to feature all of the Travelodge Aussie Spirit players, as well as some international players that stay on from the Asia Pacific Cup in a fast-paced softball action, 3-inning softball, and we can't wait to see that this summer.
It looks like it's going to be so exciting, James. Be fantastic.
So huge news out of the Softball Australia office, and can't wait to see the Summer Slam featuring the Travelodge Aussie Spirit. Back to the action. Sophie Hoyle up to bat for the West Torrens Eagles. Just watches that one on the outside edge. Definitely catches the corner. It's a good view from up here, the elevated position. Normally
Perfect.
we're at ground level.
I think so.
But that one clipped the front edge for sure.
Maybe we'll need to book our seats for up here again.
That one in the exact same spot as the pitch before, and Sophie Hoyle having to protect the zone there, and grounds out back to Jessie Dresswick, the pitcher for the Walkerville Cats.
The long arms of Jessie was a big advantage then. Might have been up the middle for a smaller pitcher.
She might be the tallest player I've seen in the competition. Can you think of any tall?
No,
maybe Kia Panic or Alicia Heron, maybe?
I don't think Kia Panic would be as tall as her, I don't think.
How tall was Rin Thomas?
She was reasonably tall. The West Torrens first base player.
Both of the players I mentioned were West Torrens first base players.
Yeah.
Kia was at Plimpton Panthers very, very early days, from what I remember, maybe in the early 90s.
Very good player, Kia. As I've mentioned before, the only person I've seen put Melanie Roach over the fence on the full. Didn't happen very often, like never.
That one high and outside for Carly Allen.
Up the middle hitter here, Allen. She puts one down. Reason so Carly can put a motor on it, it'll go up the middle.
Inside pitch, and she'd like to look at that one, but maybe a little bit of extra heat on that one, low and inside for Allen, and couldn't quite catch up to it.
She's the sort of batter, Carly, that you need to keep it inside, I think, so she doesn't swing like that. She doesn't. She gets cramped up and can't get that fluent swing of the bat.
Well, obviously they've got a book on her because the last two pitches have been inside and tight on the hands as well, so trying to pitch to a bit of a weakness, I'd say, and Carly Allen will be looking to dispatch this next one if it's loose. High, and Allen still goes for it. She fouls it down the right field line. Staying alive in the count is important.
Yeah, it was very interesting. It was a very high pitch from Jessie, and Carly liked the look of it. She's probably getting a bit frustrated here and wants one over the middle for dispatching time.
That one outside, and heard the call of no from umpire Tannebring, and
very good choice of pitches though from Jessie, wasn't it? Now it's full.
Yeah, inside, couple outside pitches. Where's this one going to go? Inside again, and dead ball as she fouls that back into herself. So an obvious plan there, Lee. Couple inside, one high, one outside, then back to jam her up on the inside. Yeah. So looking like she's pitching very well, pitching to a plan, and very good catcher, capable catcher as well behind the plate, calling the shots.
Probably go outside here and hope she swings at it.
Off pitch
full count
for Allen, and grounds this one over to third base. And Merkin has been solid as a rock there for the Cats, hasn't she? And
yes.
She mops that one up nice and easy. She had a little bit of time to have a look at her target and firing across to first base for the second out.
Yeah, she's a steady player, Ash Merkin, and has been impressive. Most people think she's an impressive player. No flamboyancy about her, just does the job. That's all you can ask for.
Kelsey Nucky, the new hitter for the Eagles, looking to get things started. Dead ball, this one's hit her low. And West Torrens with a runner aboard. Okay, so that gets things started, and it is 2 out, and it is the top of the second, so there's, well, there is plenty of time left in the game, but only one more chance this inning. So interesting tactic to see Maddie Scott coming up left-handed here.
Yeah, I'd be playing my left fielder well in there, Ailey Benaithan.
Time out called, and
I don't think Maddie's going to hit the ball deep on the left side of the diamond. I think if I was Haley, I'd be in by the line and on the dirt.
That one catching the outside edge, and I can tell you that Maddie's been doing a truckload of work here in the left-handed batter's box as well. So she's really trying to add a new dimension to her game, and like obviously she's capable of hitting a line drive to the fence right-handed. Just fans at that one really, didn't she? And now behind the count 0-2.
We're working on the principle, James, that you get out of things what you put in. That's a very good point with Maddie. I'm still saying left field's too deep.
Little wave at that one, and just checking. Wallace Yarrow at second. Can't see that from there. And calls it no swing.
Good call by you, James.
Yeah, well, a lot of teams will still ask, but you got to back the plate umpire on that one, and probably the right call as well. I think it was a check swing. She didn't break the wrist at all, so no problem with that one. We're getting herself back in the count here, Maddie Scott, so let's see if she can get the ball into play, and gets this one over to Merkin at third, who does very well and fires it across to Carindale at first for the third out of the inning. So just the 4 batters, and the only blemish on that line of the scorecard was the hit by pitch on the first pitch to Kelsey Nucky.
Yes, it was. And Kelsey would be, she's just been in a little bit of a batting, well, not a slump, but she hasn't been on base just lately in the last couple of games, appearances, so she would have been pleased about getting out there. It didn't last for long because Karen Dale is catching everything that's thrown at her at first.
Well, bit of work ahead of them, the Eagles. No one saw that coming. 5 runs in the first inning, and I'm actually a little bit lost for words because it was unexpected, and it's a long way back for them as well, seeing as that Dresswick has managed to tie them up so far in the first 2 innings. And Walkerville with just the 22 runs against so far in the 9 games this season. And Dresswick has only been here for, what, about 4 games? 3 or 4 games?
Yeah, she's certainly settling in well here, James. And as you said, West Torrens 21 runs against, Port Adelaide 10 at the top. 10 games played, 10 runs against.
Well,
tell us a story about the pitch, I'd suggest.
Well, the entire Port lineup have just lifted another notch, haven't they? Dale swings at the first pitch, and Lana Kaiser just couldn't get a glove to it. She ended up just kicking a little bit, and so it got away from her. Karen Dale beats that one out for the lead-off base runner on the first pitch, and that's important because she's got some great hitters behind her, so you'll see her advance and possibly even get into a scoring position.
Very unusual for Lana Kaisler.
They've got to leave this one, let it go foul.
Smart play.
Yeah, well, it was in the air for a little bit of time, so just out of reach for the third base and the catcher for a diving play, perhaps. Karen was on the move and didn't quite commit straight away, but she did the right thing as a runner to check where the ball was going, but
you
as
know
she saw the ball land, she had to
my
take
thoughts on bunting the first strike. Usually goes up in the air somewhere.
Swing and a miss on the next one. Perhaps a little high and out of the zone for Collett, and she'll need to tighten up that strike zone just a little bit. Maybe that was a hit and run, perhaps, because it was high in the zone. Great change of pace, Maddie Scott. That pitch falls into the strike zone for a strikeout looking, and that is her second strikeout.
That was a great pitch, like you said, James. Terrific pitch. Pitch with control.
Runner still on first base, and Sophie King now squares to bunt. That one not in the strike zone, and so she pulls the bat back. Timeout call. We've got a foul ball in the left field corner. Yeah, we were just saying about the Port Adelaide defence has just lifted a little bit, backing Katie Sutherland-Finch. Obviously, she's thrown 100-plus strikeouts, and those 10 games, 9 wins and 1 loss, and just the 10 runs against. So definitely a lot easier from the stands, isn't it, when you've got a pitcher who can throw rockets and 15 strikeouts a game, but she still needs that field backing her up for the other 6.
She does, and you can when you've got somebody in the middle pitching, and you lift your own game. I mean, we saw what Sturt did when they had Monica Perry, and then Walkerville with Chelsea Cohen and Gabby Snyder.
Gabby Snyder, yeah, of course.
And Glenelg there's a classic case with Morgan Lashley. They played in the grand final.
Yeah. Sophie King goes to shortstop, and going for the lead runner on the backhand play, Jordan Lambert. Sophie Hoyle just couldn't get there in time to get all of it, did she? She reached out for it, and it just spilled out of her glove. So good play. Maybe it was the right play on the backhand side as well, with the speedy King racing up the line, but Karen Dale slides in hard to second, and And she arrives safely, so there's one out, runners at first and second, and another chance just slips out of the grasp of the Eagles' defence.
Yeah, Sophie seemed to be, because she was running at pace to the base, seemed to sort of snatch at the ball and it fell out. So can't do much about it now. Just move on to the next play.
Nathan almost had a look at that one, didn't she? She took the bat off the shoulder and thought maybe just a little low, but it goes through for a called strike. So 2 errors so far this inning. Well, this one goes to Hoyle, who might go to second here for a double chance, and Lambert thinks better of it with the speedy Benithan running up the line. So 2 outs now, and wasn't a lead runner, but it was definitely an advanced runner, I guess you could say. And runners at the corners now. Benithan on first, Karen Dale at third, and the Eagles will take time to have a bit of a chat. And as Cats coach, Softball Australia Hall of Famer Sue Tomlinson has a word to Chelsea Robinson. Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see how this goes with 2 out, runners at the corners. They are up by 4 runs.
Yeah, well, the Hayley Benithan's quick. She's no slouch on base, so I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't get a big jump here.
Well, Carly Allen, when she was in the Aussie, with the SA Stars team, she was training really hard as a catcher. She worked very hard on her throw over to second base alongside teammate Belinda White. As we see the runner go and the batter swing and an aggressive play from the Cats there, a hit and run, and goes foul. So Robinson just fouling that one off, and it would have scored one definitely, and maybe even 2 if it had gone into the corner. But no, just saying that Carly Allen has got a pretty good arm over to second base. I don't know how much she's training now, but you wouldn't want to take her on. Steele goes on the pitch and the throw goes over. It's just wide as well, so the run's going to score. No second base player there to cut it off. Maybe the throw was a little high as well. And gee, the West Torrens infield, we praise it so often, has gone a little quiet, and an allowed run has scored and crossed the plate. That's the 5th run for the Cats.
Yes, with the throw from Carly, we've been singing her praises about how she gets the ball away quickly, but it was high, it was wide, but it wasn't handsome. And it resulted in that 1-run scoring.
Well, our co-commentator, Kathy Lambert, this one gets hit back to Maddie Scott. This one's going to fall short as well. This one, the luck all going the way of the Cats. This game, a couple of innings, the second inning, there's been a couple of errors this inning. The blooper hit that kept their inning going in the first inning as well, and a wild throw from, just unexpected in the first inning for the Eagles. So Walkerville taking advantage of every chance they get, and now look who's up to bat. It is the one that really blew the game wide open in the first inning, Sophie Roberts, with that shot to the fence. It scored 3 runs in the first. Watches this one through for a called strike.
Yes, it's danger again, isn't it? But like you say, James, it's a fair point. The luck just in Lana Cozy goes off her glove, then the one at second going for the lead runner. It happens sometimes in this game. So hopefully the Eagles will get their turn, their share of the little lucky ones.
Well, they've dropped 2 in a row, and things aren't looking good early for the Eagles.
It's
King takes off on the pitch, and the throw goes over from. This is the same play as the batter before, and King round second, standing up easily at third, and the throw from Allen has been to the right, or our right, of the second base, so there's no play for the shortstop on throws like that. Second base needs to be coming across and cutting that one. That is the defensive play for a 1-3 split that every team plays, and we just haven't seen the second base player anywhere near it to cut it off.
And I noticed Jordan pumped there at one stage, couldn't get the ball out of her glove and threw it in. Somebody called out, cut. You wouldn't have cut it with a circular saw, I'm telling you.
Roberts will ground this one over to shortstop Lambert, and the 3rd out is made. Bit of damage, another 2 runs, so 6-run lead. Very early stages of this game. Gee, we're only about 34, 35 minutes into the game, and we see West Torrens staring down the barrel here, Lee, and there's no light at the end of that tunnel either.
I tell you what there is, though. There's light out here, and I do not see any rain clouds about at this stage.
Well, we could see it come. It's the clouds around us as we face east don't look threatening, but we can see a pretty thick band coming through with some moderate to heavy rain as well in patches, so might be...
It's coming behind us, is it, James?
Yeah, but...
That's a bit sneaky.
As we see from time to time, we do see the thicker weather miss the coast, and it blows over inland, and the city takes the full brunt of it, whereas the West Beach area doesn't get as bad as what some areas do.
And I'll need some wind to bring it. It won't just lob by itself. There's a person leading off for West Torrens Eagles in this innings. Brodie Brodnick has been quietly impressive with the way she's attacked the A grade this year.
Yeah, kept her spot in the A grade lineup so far with a few good hits, and goes straight on the attack here on Dresswick and fouls off the first pitch. And Lee, I'm about to depart, and we're going to bring in a very special guest commentator, one of the young stars of the competition from the Seacombe Softball Club. It's Cara Schultz. She's in the state under 17 and under 19 teams this year, and she's going to have her first crack at commentating. So welcome her, Lee. You'll take over the play-by-play, so you call each of the pitches, and Cara's going to come in with some statewide super special comments, and I will be watching from my phone and on Facebook. So good luck to you, Cara, for the rest of this call, and hopefully we get a good game.
Well, as I said before, thank you, James, and all the best with wherever you're going to play.
Thanks, James.
And it's Brodie Brodnick, and she's gone down swinging. Welcome, Cara.
Thanks, Lee.
You got somebody keep holding your hand?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, that's fine. So we're with the number 9 batter, Alicia Marching. First turn at bat for her in this game. Well, playing for the A grade for Seacombe, you've batted against Jessie, haven't you?
Yeah.
How did you find her apart from tall?
Yeah, very tall. She's got a very good drop ball. She throws a lot of down, not much up, only when she needs to. Keeps it low, ground balls for the team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably got something to do with her build.
Yeah, definitely.
Because when she lets it go, it's going to go down from a great height.
Oh, yeah.
Get any hits off her from memory?
I think I got a single up the middle, ground ball, single up the middle. Yeah.
Well, that's good. It's
Yeah.
all good experience for you, a young
Yeah.
player that you are. Alicia, doing your best to be a base runner here this game. How have you found the game so far? You've been watching.
Yeah,
Surprising,
it's been
isn't it?
Very surprising. Just some couple of errors from West Torrens that you don't normally see there. Yeah, just think that had a team talk, got their head back in it, ready to hit.
Yeah, and they just compound themselves, the errors, don't they? You know, it's one leads into another and into another. Before you know where you are, you're looking at 6.
Yeah.
As I said, this is Alicia. She's getting your money's worth here in the batting box. At the moment, then we go to the top of the lineup. And Jordan Lambert, I'm predicting, will go long ball in this when she comes in as the second hitter.
Centre right, long ball.
Oh, I'm not that. Anywhere will do, I think. Well, she's got one of those ghost bats, and at the moment the ghost is talking.
Yeah.
They're only fouls, but if she gets one on, what do you think she's going to do here?
I think she'll get a good line drive that will just go
I'm
over.
going strikeout.
Oh.
See how we go. One of us is going to be close.
She'll get a piece of it, this one.
Oh. There you are. Straight away, you're in the action. How clever are you? So 2 down. We're at the top of the lineup. The Eagles line up. It's the little girl from shortstop, Jordan Lambert. Talking about quality players, here's one right now.
Definitely.
Just has a look at that one, Geordie. No harm done. And high. Same old story as I was saying to James earlier on in the game, that when you're pitching against a quality player like this, quality batter, you are so careful what you throw.
Yeah. Don't want to give anything to Geordie.
No, the outfield's playing reasonably deep. Well, Jordan says, I've seen 3, now I'm going to tee off on 1. I'm going to put a motor on it. They can hunt leather when it's out there.
Yeah.
Well, she's very good at the surprise running bunt, but I wouldn't have thought when you're 6 behind you'd be doing that, but there you go. Two of each, a 22 count. Now it's full. What do you think's going to happen here, Cara? I'll bring you in again, seeing you're so astute.
Oh, I'm hoping Geordie gets a hit on this one.
You're hoping Geordie gets a hit?
Yeah, I reckon she will.
Just needs to hit the ball away from the catcher.
That's a very good idea.
Well, they need some people on base, don't they, in all fairness, Cara? Just get some runners on. They had Kelsey last, and he couldn't advance it.
Good eyes by Geordie.
Good turn about, wasn't it? So with 1 down and 1 on, it's the right fielder, Faith Pickard.
I think we've got 2 out.
We have 2 out.
2 out.
You're pretty sharp here, Cara. Yes, Brody and Brody, it seems a long time ago. Jordan's long turnabout, same with Alicia.
Yeah,
they went forever, didn't they? I don't think Geordie's going to steal here. I think she's waiting for a ball on the ground.
Oh, off she goes.
There's the ball on the ground. Hit and run, obviously. And this sometimes happens when you have people that come from baseball and coach softball. They like the hit and run plays.
Yeah.
Better get ahead in the count and then go from there and get a pitch that's hittable. No harm done though. Geordie remains there.
Good eyes by Faith.
1 ball and 2 strikes on Faith Pickard with 2 late.
Oh, good steal by Geordie.
Yes, excellent throw from Chelsea Robinson, and Steph Collette was in a great position to make the tag, but Geordie just fading away. And that's the end of that innings. Faith unable to make contact with the outside pitch. Score remains 6-0. We come into the bottom of the third. Now, when are you playing? You're playing late today, aren't you?
6
And
o'clock.
you have a new pitcher. Tell us something about the new pitcher.
So we have Kim. She's from California. She pitched for Ohio State in her prime, and yeah, she's just come out. She's come out. So that's Kim. So Kim's our input, and she's from California. Played for Ohio State in her prime, and she's got a very good movement with her pitches.
Did you catch to her?
Yeah, on Thursday night.
Oh, okay.
When we played A grade.
Excellent.
Yeah, so that was very interesting, as I not really like catching that much, but
oh yes, we've heard this over the years. So, like every year, you say the same thing, but obviously you can, because coach wouldn't have put you in that position.
Yeah, well, it's good experience. It's a very good experience just to like learn from someone that's just played in college in America, to learn what she thinks of the game, and then she can teach everyone else. And as we've got a young A-grade side.
Oh, Michaela Robinson on the second pitch. First one was a ball. It's going to be a stand-up triple if she runs.
Oh.
It's a sit-down triple. So great shot from Michaela.
Yeah.
That's 2 for 2 now for Michaela. Perhaps moving up from batter position 9 to 7 has merit. Well, they're threatening again, aren't they? And here's Ash Merkin, the third base player. It's what you don't need as an Eagle side, is it? You don't need the lead-off hitting a triple.
Definitely.
Especially when they're down in the lower part of the order. Michaela keeps batting like this today. She'll be looking to go above her sister. I don't think that's going to happen in the order. Very experienced umpire, KT, known as KT because of his initials of his name, Kevin Tannenbrink.
Oh, Mr. T.
Mr. T, or Mr. T. And they don't come any ease outs for a shortstop than those. Just popped up, brings a smile, a wry smile to the face of Jordan Lambert. Now there's one out. Ash is on her bike and brings in the right fielder, Aaron Reed. One down. Well, these are the innings when you hit a triple. You don't want to be stranded on third. As the third out happens, you think, am I wasting my time or what's going on here? First one's a foul. Having a good look at that, Erin. Maybe she could have taken the bat with her and had a bit of a dip. 2 on the right, and no balls and 2 strikes. So we're 2 down now, and we're at the top of the lineup with the 800 senior games or more now player Karen Dale. Marvellous that Karen's been playing so long, still leading off a side like Walkerville. And that's why first pitch just flies it out, good piece of the ball. So no addition, the score remains 6-0 as we go into the 4th innings. So we were talking about the pitcher for Seacombe, and the score line in that game, I believe, was 2-0 to Sturt's Way. So you obviously played well on the back of the pitcher, did you, your side? Or was it one of those funny games?
It was one of those funny games, like Sturt got hits when they needed to, and we couldn't we couldn't back him up. We got good pieces, but just straight to players one of those days.
Yeah, well, it happens in this sport,
Yeah.
doesn't it? You know, you come, you watch a game like today, you don't know what's going to happen. You think it's going to be tight all the way. It started reasonably tight for Eagles when they batted, and then all of a sudden, you know, big runs, handful of runs.
Yeah, my coach always tells me, don't forget it's a game of failure.
Oh, it's a game of failure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's probably right. Somebody's going to fail unless it's a draw. Okay. It's the top of the 4th innings now. Leading off, it's the number 3 hitter, Lana Kaiser. She'll be followed in by Sophie Hoyle and then Carly Allen. So some hitting here. This will be a good time to produce it. Outside and high. Same principle, isn't it, again?
Yeah.
Pitchers, they get to know the batters. You can't just throw anything down the middle to these next 3 hitters.
No.
It'll disappear at a great rate of knots. Still awaiting this rain, this torrential rain here, Cara.
Well, the Diamonds are looking pretty good since we had that big gush of rain.
Wednesday, oh my goodness, yes, and Tuesday night. B grade were cancelled on Tuesday. Reliable player, isn't she, Ash Merkin?
Yeah.
Straight across to Carindale, another reliable player for the first out. And it's Sophie Hoyle. Sophie, of course, everyone knows, come across from the nil. Made West Torrens infield especially look even stronger than last season, if possible.
Yeah.
And there's Burridge, Emma Burridge to come back, and Faith Picker can play in the infield as well. So right now they need some batters.
Yeah.
Right now. You'd have caught that, wouldn't you?
Oh.
In the catching position, just quick reflexes.
Maybe.
Maybe. Just thought I'd ask, just to see if you had a thought on the matter. I think Sophie was thinking about having a dip, but she didn't. Great check from Sophie then. Knew it was high and out of the zone. Great turn of bat here. Filled it up, 3-2, 3 balls, 2 strikes. I'm telling you one thing here, Cara, Hoyle will not go down looking here.
No.
Anything that's reasonably close, she's swinging. Good play from shortstop Steph Collette across to Carindale. So good turn at bat for Sophie, unsuccessful in the end.
Saw a lot of pitches on that one.
Yeah, and that's what you need to do, make the pitcher work. Come in going at the first pitch, 3 in a row batters. Pitcher thinks, how easy is this? I'll go and have a cup of tea or something stronger. Now it's Carly Allen. First turn at bat, Carly, they pitched it very smartly. Kept the ball inside to not letting her hit the ball up the middle. Like that. I remember, as we all do, that Sturt pitcher, Monica Perry, terrific pitcher, and she's one of the few people I know that I've seen hit her up the middle.
Oh, yeah.
You can do that off Monica, you can do that here, like that. Well, Karen Dale finished up, worked out all right, and then she finished up looking like a drunken sailor, fell off overboard, but made the out and just ricocheted off Jessie's glove out to second base, and so no harm done, no addition to the score. Still trailing by 6, the Eagles.
Oh no.
Bottom 4. As we head into the bottom of 4, and I think the day is getting even brighter here, Cara.
Yeah.
Now, I may be wrong. I just think personally that, and I can't see behind me, and I haven't got the phone with the stats on it, you know, but I'm just thinking we'll get through the day here.
Maybe just.
Well, West Beach is here, this particular West Beach Park's here, where we play our softball and baseball. You can see clouds skirting around. Unfortunately, I suppose for us, we're nothing behind us.
Yeah. Well, I hope it doesn't rain tonight when I'm playing.
Okay, bottom of the 4th innings, it's batter number 2, Steph Collette, leading us off, and followed in by Sophie King and Hayley Benithan. Will they add to their score? Eagles are thinking no. Steph, what's she done so far? 5-3 and a K2. I'm thinking my outfield out there are a little bit deep for her here at the moment, but we'll see. And Maddie Scott's greeted her with 2 strikes. Now she'll probably throw the ball away. Like that. Simple game, isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
Very simple.
Steffi's a good hitter. Been in the college system.
Yeah.
There's an example. It's Walkerville's day today, club day, and somebody's probably getting a free sausage and onion and a ball to throw back in sometime. Nice hit, Steph, up the middle. No defence against a shot like that. So she's on board, and it's Sophie King. Now, what are you going to do here if you're coaching Para? You're leading, say, by 6. You're going to go bunt, keep going short, or you're going to go slap?
Slap.
Yeah, a lot of coaches, me and myself included, don't like doing all those little plays if you're leading by that amount.
Yeah.
I think it's unethical is the word I'm looking for. But we all coach differently. All handled by Carly Ellen then. Carly Ellen, very experienced catcher.
Yeah.
Played in a few grand finals in that position, and I think she'd be wanting to play in a winning one here, like this year, if they get there. No harm done. Foul ball, Lana was after it, but no chance of catching that. And Kingy bats on. I'm thinking that may have been a pitch out then because it was really high and really wide, and looking down the line to see if they could get Steph Collette off base.
Good take by Brody out there.
Yeah, Brody the roadie, she's having a very good year this year.
Yeah.
She's her batting has really come to the fore, and one of the few people I've noticed it can get bat on ball against Katie Sullivan Finch, the Port pitcher, which is, you know, put your hat on that. So one down, first one's a foul, of course, and it's Hayley Benithan. And a safe hit her first turn at bat. Tempting that pitch, wasn't it? Tempting. I think you would have had a swing at that.
Yeah.
Really. Yes, I thought so. Just there, just outside the zone. Was thinking Hayley, but it was high. Stayed out of it. That looked to be straight down the middle to me, Cara.
Yeah.
How'd you view it? It looked like it, didn't it?
Yeah,
From
it
here?
looks, maybe a tiny bit outside. Not straight down the middle, but definitely a strike.
Straight out the Faith Pickard in the air. She's not going to drop that.
No.
So 2 down for the Cats, and it's the catcher and quality player, Robinson Chelsea variety. Hasn't got a base hit yet, Chelsea, and her sister's got 2. Wonder what that conversation will be around the dinner table this evening. First one's down the middle. Now 2. 0 and 2. 2 strikes. Game's settled down a bit since the onrush from the first and second innings. Jordan. Okay, so 3 fly balls, 1 to shortstop, 1 to left field, 1 to right field. Terminates the innings, no addition to score. It remains 6-0. And we head into the 5th innings. So your opposition this afternoon, Cara, Hills, isn't it? Hills.
Yeah, Hills.
I believe they're missing a few.
Yep. I heard they're missing Amber Hood and Georgia Hood.
And Danny Perez, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, Danny might be coming down.
Oh, is
maybe.
she? Okay. That might make a difference to the side, you think? Who will pitch, you think? Mackenzie?
I reckon Emily.
Emily and Mackenzie at short or something like that? That's fine.
And Alex, I reckon Alex will catch.
Alex is a competent catcher, utility player, I think, Alex.
Yeah.
Can play in a variety of positions. Well, leading off the hitting in the top of the 5th innings, it's the first base for the Eagles, Kelsey Nucky. She'll be followed in by pitcher Matty Scott and then the left fielder Brody Borovnik. What do you think's going to happen here? Make a prediction in this innings. Come on, Cara.
I reckon Kelsey will get a hit down maybe just over Sophie King's head.
Okay.
I reckon. And then Maddie will come up left-handed. She's got a elbow guard on, ready to go. And she might lay a bunt down.
Okay.
Get moving.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Now let's see it happen. Chelsea, I think if she's going to hit, she's going down the left field line here. Oh, maybe not.
Oh, that's a great
my goodness. Cop that for an out. Kelsey Nucky's going to go back to the bench and thinking, what is going on here? You don't have to be dead to be stiff, I tell you. What an outstanding running catch from Aaron Reid. It looked like it cleared it.
Yeah.
It was well struck, and as you said, over shortstop's head by about 400 metres.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah, but that was a great play. just not happening for the Eagles today, is
No.
it really? Things like that happen. So what's your view of these left-handed hitters? Where would you position your left fielder?
I would have them right in.
Right on the dirt, that's
Yeah.
right, because a little pop fly will go
Yeah.
go just up there.
Yeah.
I've seen it this year.
More chance of a catch.
Yeah. Nice to see we agree on something, young lady. Fantastic. We're either both right or both
Yeah.
wrong. Clever player, Maddie Scott, comes from a good pedigree. Her
Yeah.
father, terrific baseballer. Her mother, a terrific softballer. And that's why they should be by the line on the dirt.
Yeah.
Give by the line on the dirt. That goes in play. It's a catch. It's a line drive. So good turn at bat by Maddie here. Just toughing it out. It's 2-2.
Yeah.
Sophie, she looked like she made the wrong choice then, Sophie King then. Looked like she was always going backhand.
Yeah.
And I'm not quite sure with her speed whether she could have got around behind it, but never mind. The Eagles have a runner on. And it's Brodie Borovnik, the number 8 hitter. Was K2'd the first turn at bat. We should try and advance Maddie, get somebody at second base.
Yeah.
Somebody, anybody. It'll be Maddie, if it's anyone here. Looks a different player this year, doesn't she, Brodie?
Yeah, definitely.
Terrific lacrosse player. She's in the under 23 Australian lacrosse team. And she's just turned 18.
Yeah.
Hello. Everybody's eating here except
Yeah.
us. Cara, do you think that's fair? Do you think
Not
that's a fair
really.
shake of the old sauce bottle? Jesse's just shaking off a couple of pitches then from Chelsea. And that's your privilege. I'm sure your pitcher is Kim is shaking you off, has she?
Yeah,
a couple of times or a couple of 3 times?
Yeah, a couple of 3 times.
Yeah, okay, that's what happens. Brodie goes down back-to-back case for her. She won't be happy about that. Okay, 2 down. It's the number 9 hitter, centre fielder, Alicia Marchink. Now, her first turn at bat, you remember she had a lot of foul balls.
Yeah.
Must have faced maybe 7, 8 pitches. So that's all you can ask for as a
Yeah.
coach.
Long
the
at
offensive
bat.
side. Yeah, long at bat. Going to swap the balls here. Not happy with something about it. I remember when they used to always, if it hit one of the poles, the umpires check it, a foul
Yeah.
ball, just to make sure there was no ifs
Deficit.
and buts about it. Yeah. Well, that looked like a swing from memory, I think. Then
Yeah.
her head was all over the place, looking for a spot of rain or two, and
Yeah.
so she'll be better than that with this one. Bit of music, the bite they're
Yeah.
playing today, are they? One ball and 2 strikes in Alicia, so having another good turn here.
Yeah.
Umpire Kevin Tannebring in perfect position, right on the line, saw that went out, handle out. And so status quo remains, 1 ball and 2 strikes. There are 2 out. Similar, we've seen a few
Yeah.
of those, maybe about 6 of them from Alicia today. And at this moment, Maddie can't do much out there at first. Just cool her heels and wait for something to happen. And Alicia finishes up after a good turn at bat, like her first turn, with a 4-3. Same way of method of dismissal as she did in the first turn. So no addition to score, it remains 6-0. And we're heading for the bottom of the 5th. Now the other game today, we've talked about your game, the other game is Port Adelaide versus Sturt on Diamond 2. Now that should be a cracker.
I think they've got Millie starting.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all I know.
Okay. Well, as I've said before on commentary, that with the advent of Sarah Tongan doing so well catching,
Yeah.
Belle White goes to shortstop. What a terrific player to have at
Yeah.
shortstop. That's helped them immensely. But they're facing the hyphenator,
Yeah.
Katie Sutherland Finch. And she's given up, well, the Port side has given up 10 runs in 10 games. Even I can work that out.
Yeah.
That's an average of 1 a game. Not a lot of hitting going on, Cara.
No.
Here we come with Sophie Roberts, the one that cleared the bases initially in the first innings with that big shot to centre field. And she's leading off, and then we're down to Michaela Robinson, Ashley Merkin and Erin Reid. Could they go again? Could Sophie get another double? Yes, another double. And could Michaela back up her 2 turns at bat with another hit to make 3 for the game? We will soon know. It's when you want somebody on base, don't you,
Yeah.
really, then? No stress, you just wander through to the next base. Two on the left for Sophie. Maddie's pitching her very carefully, as you would, for the first innings. That one's there. Free hit time is what I call that.
Yeah.
2-0 count. Just sits there, pitcher. I must get back in this count. Throws it down the middle. High in the air to Jordan. Another easy take. Yes, on reflection, Sophie goes that 2-0 count. She gets the better pitch, because then Maddie can, as the pitcher, can work her around that. She did. Here's Michaela, batting at 7. She's done it again, would you believe? Well, the ball came in. Michaela looked like she's going to be in trouble at second, but there was the second base
Bit of
was
miscommunication on that one.
vacant. Yes, just a bit of miscommunication. So she gets a double. to outdo a triple and a single.
Yeah.
I think it's time to have a rest now.
Yeah.
So runner in scoring position, that's Michaela, and that's the third base, Ash Merkin. There is one out. Times are going to. We've played an hour and a quarter now, 15 minutes to go. So, according to somebody's predictions, this game would go right through without any rain. Still got 15 minutes though.
Yeah.
Don't jinx me here,
never
Cara.
know.
No, you never know.
Especially at West Beach.
Unless you never go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a funny place, West Beach, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's how cold it is, even when you're playing. Look at that shot from Merkin.
It's a great shot
batting
up the
from the
middle.
7 and 8 batters. Singer out to centre field brings in Michaela Robinson. Well, Michaela deserved to get home with the batting she's been doing. Been left stranded twice now. Not that time. And guess what? That is the mercy rule. So game over. So it's 7 runs to Walkerville Cats and 0 to the West Torrens Eagles. Well, we didn't have to play that extra time then, did we? No. 7-0 after 5 innings. You know the mercy rule on the innings? No, go on, tell us. Tell the folks.
Is it 7 after 3?
7? No, try again.
Oh, I don't know.
Go 3. It's 15 after 3.
15 10 after 5, 4, and 7 after 3.
How astute you are, Cara. My word, that's magnificent. Well, what can you say about that game? Let's just wrap up and just talk about it in depth. It was all over, wasn't it?
Yeah,
really?
Great hitting by the Walkerville Cats. Just a couple of miscommunication and a bit of errors in the field for the West Torrens.
It was a game where anything goes wrong for one team, it went wrong, didn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you look at, as the game progressed, Jordan, the shortstop, gets 2 little pop flies like that. She didn't get that.
Yeah.
Then we had miscommunication at second base. That hurt them a couple of times. But you can't take anything away from them. Sophie Roberts, comes in with the bases loaded and belts one, just like that. And look at the hitting. Look at the hitting from the batters 6 to 9. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 safe hits from those positions. And Michaela Robinson, what an outstanding game from Michaela. I knew that she
3
could bat.
safe hits,
I've seen her bat.
And she can put down a quick little running bunt too.
Yeah, and she's got the triple. She's got a single, followed by a triple, followed by a double. Hey, drinks got to be on her, don't they? I think we'll wander over shortly and we'll go over to the Walkerville bench area where they're having their
get a free sausage
day and get a free sausage or cake or both.
Yeah.
So good luck today with your game.
Thanks, Lee.
Hills, well, the both hoods out. Tanya will still be there though, won't they? Won't she?
I don't know.
Oh, is she going somewhere? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Right, okay, well, winding it up from here. Game is over after 75 minutes, and it's, of course, 7 runs to 0 victory to Walkerville, which they'll be chuffed about. I've just seen their scorer go by, Mr. Derek Roberts. He'll be spouting off how good they are tonight, unfortunately. So that's it from West Beach for Cara. Thanks for joining us, Cara.
Thank you, Lee.
Fantastic at your first attempt.
Thank you.
I just better watch my P's and Q's, I think. And good afternoon, everybody.
great pass. What a catch!
My goodness.
What an amazing catch from Vicky McFarlane.
Highlight reel. Never say yes to the jest. That was fantastic. Sarah Torrens making a push for home. Misses 400 herself. 13 strikeouts for Gabby Snyder and one of the best pitching performances we've seen this season. What a fantastic grab by Emma Burridge. She climbs the ladder and brings it down. Atkins grounds this up the middle. That's going to score a run. Bruins score 2. Deep to left field. This is back, and this one